I'm going to represent an example of good use of ICT in the classroom. This is a collection. We are making it in the project Innovative Pedagogy 1-to-1. So first, some normal data, elementary data of this project. Most of us, we are from Slovenia, we know about that project. It lasts 5 years and just 2 years and it will be over. And the project holder, so the one who runs this project, is organization Anton Martin Slomšek Maribor, and we have approximately 80 partners. The most important ones are primary and secondary schools, because we do research in them, and all the faculties and institutes which are dealing with
professional support and theoretical backgrounds and different kind of training for teachers. Why I'm telling this? Because the main aim we are dealing in this project is to improve the quality of teaching and learning process through digital technology in classrooms. Point I'm going to explain now is that this aim can show us some good outcomes. We can see them through examples of good use of ICT. That examples are teacher examples of good classroom practice, which means how they use effectively meaningful ICT in their everyday classroom use. So we come up with a template for teachers' lesson plan. This templates are having objectives, and so the teachers have to write down all the objectives or lesson procedures connected to use of ICT, all student activities with ICT, didactical materials, and connected also to ICT hard software, and also learning outcomes, and we call them assessment methods connected with these outcomes. And at the end of this template is also lesson reflection. That means that a teacher should give us a reflection: what was good, what was bad, what were this upgrade opportunities, and how can the other teachers use this template in their schools afterwards. So each school in project has to contribute to this example collection, 4 examples per school in 1 year. And when we get all these examples, our team do give feedback to the teachers. What means that? Why do we give feedback? Because I think this encourages teachers to improve their teaching practice. So when they get some feedback, they always see what can they do better next time, and also where are these opportunities for do something else, for do something different. So in that way, in that matter, we observate the learning and teaching process. So learning what the students do and teaching what the teacher do in teaching process. So we have 3 elements of observation. First one are objectives. If they're written understandably, if they align with subject syllabus, if they are measurable, if they are attainable by all students, and if they are relevant to the class. So the next element is digital competence. How the teacher selects and how he used the ICT according to achieve the objectives. and according to achieve some levels of digital competence framework for citizens. So we use DIGCOM 2.1 as the main literature in the project. And the last element we observe is formative assessment. If some activities are focused on students, if students is all the time active, if learning goals are achieved, if some different learning outcomes are getting to get, if teacher encourage problem solving, critical thinking, if teacher encourage peer learning or working in groups. So all those elements are in formative assessment approach. And because this is our national strategy, we do analyze it also in connection to ICT in schools, use of ICT in schools. So after 2 years of giving feedback and collecting these examples, I can say that there are some pros and that we have also some cons, so good and bad things. And if I first tell something about good things, the pros, so the teachers, I think the teachers experience more in pedagogy, so they are more brave, and they do use different digital tools and environments, and I put some of them which are the most common in all examples we saw. Last year we got 80 examples to give feedback back to teachers, and these are the most common tools, apps, environments which they use in their examples. So the next pro is fun and effective learning. That's why the students are very active and they fully participate. And also, if something is connected with ICT, they do work at home with that, more with courage, more with fun, and they are motivated for doing homeworks more than before without ICT. So these are the pros. And now, what about the cons? Yeah, development, student, digital competence. This is, I think, the most biggest opportunity we have in front of us, because the self-development, teacher development is not such problem, because they do experiment and then they do put a lot of effort and time in to develop their teaching strategies. But how to involve students into everyday practice with ICT, this is, I think, one of the most biggest opportunity we have to deal till the end of the project. Then it takes a lot of time for teachers to prepare the classroom. So the materials, that means the software, which software they will use, apps. So they have to prepare themselves. And also the next step is to prepare the students how to use ICT. Not just say, please do PowerPoint with your parents together and show me homework after 1 week. The teacher has to teach the students how to use some apps, how to deal with the ICT environment in the classroom. Then lesson planning might become more label intensive with technology. So, this is something connected with the time, and everything goes so quickly by or very slowly, and everything is too much at the end. And to see this app and that app, so exploring different apps. This is not the main point of using ICT in classroom. Everything has to be connected with objectives, with didactics, with syllabus. And at the end, technology in the classroom, that's why I picked this picture there, can be also a distraction, because children mostly like chatting, and so distraction, who's now in front, who's in the middle of the action, teacher definitely not. So they find the other way of having fun, if I can say so, and they quickly forgot on the teaching process. So this is in shortly everything.